Okay, I guess it's going. Let me see here. What's up, everybody? Feel free, drop a comment, ask a question, or just say hi. Happy Friday. Okay, all right, hold on, guys. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Today I'm going to hit my back and biceps. I'm going to do a nice, pretty intense workout. I like to keep my volume small, so I do only a few exercises at the end of the week, like by Friday. So I'm going to be hitting my backs and my biceps. I'm going to be starting off with some bent over rows. Then I'm going to be doing some chin-ups. Then I'm going to be doing some lat pullovers. And I'm going to show you guys how to do each of those exercises also too. Then I'm going to work into some biceps. Depending on how my biceps feel at the end of the back workout, will say how many exercises or what exercises I do for this workout. Right now though, what I'm going to do is start off with, I'm going to do what we call a dynamic warm-up with some battle ropes. Now this is just for me, because I like to warm up my upper body when I do my back. Usually I don't film this when I do this, but I'm going to do this now. So if you're brand new to my channel, my name is Charlie D, and this is the channel 6Pack60. And I film live stream my workouts every day for my clients. They get to see that I actually work out, and if they have any questions or stuff, they can always comment. I mean, they can always email me and stuff. So, if you get anything out of this workout, do me a favor, hit subscribe. Alright, so I'm going to start off with my battle ropes. Now, the way I do the battle ropes is I just do them for like a count of 100. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I do it much faster, so in my mind I just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, and I keep going to 100. By that time, I'm pretty warmed up. You know, it only takes a couple of seconds to do that. So this is what I do. Let me set up my watch. So I'm going to record my workout. Now, the reason why I do set up my watch is because it times my workout for me, and it shows me an approximate calorie burn. Now, this is not going to be 100% the calories that I burn. I understand that. For anybody who starts saying that, it's not the right way to track it. It gives an approximate value of what you burn. And I've done some research on some other stuff and doing the math and everything. My watch comes pretty close to what the math says that I should be burning. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So as long as I keep it relative, it works for me. So, okay. And like I say, each one of these I count as 1, 2, 3, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This definitely gets me loosened up. Okay, that was 100 according to my calculations. That feels pretty good. So I'm going to move on now to my first exercise for my back, which is going to be a bent over row, which is a very important basic exercise from when you're first starting out. So let me bring the camera over there. What's up, Paula? How you doing? Let me get in front over here. For those of you guys just joining me, I'm doing my back and bicep workout. Next exercise is going to be bent over rows. Let me fix this right here. So, but this is what happens when you do a live stream. I'd rather have it this way anyway, because this is my rest. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is bent over rows. Now, bent over rows helps with the overall thickness of the back. Also helps a little bit with the width. It gives you that nice strength in the back. And bent over rows is a very good compound basic exercise. But you got to make sure you do it correctly. So you always use a weight that I can control. I always use a weight that I can control, because it puts less chance of injury on my spine. A lot of people hurt their back when they do this because they round their back and they're trying to do too much weight. Trick is to do a weight you can control. That weight gets out of hand. It's not going to be hard for you to correct. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so let me bring this back. So you can see my back and my now I use an underhand grip for this exercise for the most part. I like it. It hits my biceps a little bit. And when I team my back workout with my bicep, I like to do exercises that complement each other. Okay. I see you guys commenting. I just can't get to it right now. I'm not ignoring you. That was a good set. Whew. Let me see if I put this camera up a little bit more. Okay. Ready for the next set. Bent over rows with underhand grip. Make sure you don't round that back. That was a good set. Let me get some water. Whew. All right, next set. If you guys just joined in, I'm doing my back and bicep workout today. Whew. Next set. When it's bent over, it's real hard. The cardio effect is real hard. So when you're bent over, everything's compressed. Okay, next set. That was definitely a good set. I went a little harder on that one. And I tried to stand a little bit more, get a different feeling on my lats. And I felt it more in certain spaces. So next I'm gonna do some chin-ups. Hold on. Let me set up the... If you guys get anything out of this workout, do me a favor, subscribe. Whew. Let me take a minute to... Whew. Man. Okay, I'm deciding whether I should put the weight belt on. Oh, you know what? Let me see. I think that might be okay there. Trying to set up my monitor so I can see how that looks, yeah. Whew. Yeah, for those of you guys who just started watching me, I'm doing my back and bicep workout. I already did my bent over rows. I'm actually still recovering from that. And for you guys who have followed me for a while, know that I had a hernia operation a year ago, and only a few months ago I started being able to do pull downs, and then I eventually progressed to some chin-ups, which I'm not being able to do much. I did, my highest I did was 11 in a row, a set of 11. But what I do here is sets of 5. And I'm gonna try to put a 10-pound weight on, see if I can do sets of 5 with a 10-pound weight on my, on top of my weight. Try to do some kind of progressive overload with that. So I'm just trying to catch my breath for the last set. Drink some water. If you guys get anything out of this, do me a favor, hit subscribe. Hold on one second. Okay, so I'm gonna put the 10-pound weight. Yeah, it's 10 pounds. Here. Let's see if I can get some reps using this. My goal is to get 5 reps. Let's see what I can get out of this. I definitely have lost some gas from the bent over rows and doing those battle rows before I started as a dynamic warm up. Okay, let's get 5 in here. Okay. Okay, that's a good set, man. All right, 5 with that, and I'll wait a few minutes now to get to the next one. But, whew, that's a good set. Legs are coming up. I know you can see them there in the mirror, they look okay. Let me see how they look, yeah. Okay, next set. Whew. Now, try to get another 5 reps. See, what I'm trying to do is progressive overload right there, because if I could do 10 reps with my body weight, I'm trying to do 5 reps with a little bit more weight with 10 pounds. So I did 1 set of 5. Let me get this next one going. And chin-ups is one of the best exercises to do for your back and your biceps. Since I've been doing this exercise again the last few months, my biceps have definitely gotten bigger. As a matter of fact, yesterday when I was doing my triceps, when I was flexing my triceps, somebody made a comment and said my biceps were getting really nice. So I'm not ignoring anybody's comments, I just can't get to them and I can't really see them on the screen. So I'll get to them after. But if you get anything out of this workout, do me a favor, subscribe. Okay. Let's go for 5. Man, that's a rough set. We got one more set, man. You know, I did one time I did a drop set with chin-ups straight into lat pull-downs, which is pretty good. I should have done that now, but I don't have a setup for that. Whew. And yeah, somebody asked me yesterday if this was my gym. Yeah, this is my gym in my garage in my house. So I do get to train anytime I want. Train some clients here in the morning. Also train at a couple other places locally here in Port St. Lucie. So if you guys have any questions, you could always email me. I've been a trainer since the 90s. I've been training since actually lifting weights on a steady basis since about 82, since high school. 81 when I first got introduced to the weight room at high school. Okay. Next set. Got one more set to do. Whew. Okay. Whew, that was it. That's all I could do. Let me see if I can get one more without any weight. One or two. Okay. Whew. Man, that was a rough set, but I definitely felt it. Putting in some Mike Messer heavy duty training. Okay, now for the next exercise I'm going to be doing is lat pullovers. So I'll show you how to do that. A lot of people don't do that correctly either. Okay, now lat pullovers is an exercise, sometimes they call them lat prayers. Basically, it's an exercise that mimics the pullover with the Nautilus pullover machine. When it goes like this, and you pull down like this. That's what basically you're doing with the rope. So let me show you here. Now, a lot of people do this exercise wrong. I was taught the way to do it was to really feel this contraction and don't use a heavy weight. Use a weight that you can control and where you can contract your lats during the movement. Now, let me see how this weight feels. Let's tell right off the bat. Okay, that's okay. See up at the top, contract my back. Now try to pull with my lats. Relax, contract. Try to pull with my elbows. Okay. A good idea when to stop is when you start feeling yourself pushing. When you feel yourself pushing with your front delts, you're not doing it anymore for the back. So, for those of you guys that see, this is my Amsterdam hoodie that I got when we were in Amsterdam. If you guys are new to my channel, I travel all over the world for my music and for working out. And whenever, even for vacation, we live stream it. We go to the different gyms, and I started live streaming all my workouts. So if you subscribe to my channel, you'll be notified when I upload new stuff or when we're doing new stuff. But I do live stream my workouts every day between like 2 to 3. I'm starting to do it a little earlier. My schedule is demanding that I do it a little earlier, so we'll see what time I'm going to start setting it up. So I hope you guys get something out of my workout. Like I said, I've been a trainer for a very long time, and because of a car accident, I gained a lot of weight. You know, I fell into that lazy mode, like who gives a crap? And before I knew it, I was 300 pounds, so that was almost 5 years ago. So I've kept the weight off after that, but you know, I should have known better. I was a personal trainer, but I just had the, you know, the ethics. I said, I don't care. So, and I was still doing personal training. You see, I'm gonna show a picture, put a picture on my desk of me with my personal training shirt on with a big ass pop belly. All right, next set. Okay. I could feel on that last one I was getting ready to start pushing with my shoulders. Whew. Like I said, I'm not ignoring you guys. I see a few people say what's up. I just can't get to the screen, and I'm using a camera, not the actual thing. So when I look at the camera, I can't see anything. Thirsty, let me get some water. I had to go deep in the stash for my electrolytes. Okay, let me get one more set in here. I use I have a case of Gatorade just in case. It's been there for a long time, but every once in a while I have to pull one out because I ran out of electrolytes. So I've mixed it up with my electrolytes and creatine and sipped after my workout. Whew. Okay, I felt I was going to start pushing down. All right, the next exercise I'm going to be doing is easy curls. You know, curls with an easy curl bar. Hold on one second. Let me get this done. Yeah, when you do a live stream, you gotta take care of all of this while you're doing the live stream. You know? That's why I like doing a live stream, because it basically you just follow me through my workout. So it's much easier to post, you know, because I'm posting it right now. Ooh, I hear the dogs barking. Let me see something. No, this way, that way. That's what it is. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do some curls with the easy curl bar. And like I said, it's more about control, it's not about the weight, but I do keep it to a weight that I keep about 7 to 8 reps. At this point in time in my workout, my biceps are already fried, so I can't do heavy, like put a lot of weight on it, but it's heavy for me at this point in time, you know what I'm saying? And that's how that's how I work out. I do it my heaviest that I could do at that time. Okay, when I curl, I lean back to get a full stretch on my biceps. I put my elbows in my stomach. Yeah, that was for me. Oh. That was a good set. See, if you notice, I mix up my exercise with higher reps, lower reps, you know, because this is an exercise with lower reps. It's more of a mass building exercise for me. So if I do a weight that's pretty heavy, I'll get a little more stimulus out of it if I keep to those reps. But on other exercises for the same body part, I will do higher reps, so I hit the muscle all around. At least that's the bro science kicking in. If anybody can identify, let me know in the comments. Let me get some water. All right, next set. Be right there, hold on. All right. Okay. Whew. Ooh, that was a good set. All right, let me take out this sweatshirt. I want to see how my biceps look while I'm doing this exercise. I can't really tell with the hoodie on. Let me see. Damn, it's hot. Whew. Shit. Yeah, the biceps are pumped. How they looking? Okay. We got another set in. I see something. Oh yeah. Okay, fuck. Whew. That was a good set. Okay. Next exercise that I'm going to do is cable curls with the cable and a straight bar. Hold on. Yeah, my hands are fucking numb. Hold on. Okay. Let me see something here. Okay, I gotta see how this looks. Okay. Sad about these guys that try to get the best way to see how I'm doing the exercise. Yeah, I think this is the best way. The fuck was that? All right. Now again, I lean back, put my elbows there, and try to just use my elbows as like a fulcrum. Okay. Whew. Whew. That was a good set. All right. You get another one of those in. I think I can put a little bit more weight in there. Let me see something. Okay, next set. Okay. Ooh, that was another good set. Now it's a lighter weight, but I'm contracting my biceps as I do this exercise. So that compensates for the lighter weight. Do it in a more controlled manner. Okay, now I'm gonna do some hammer curls. Now the hammer curls are for the brachialis part of the bicep. It lies underneath the biceps, and actually when you develop it, it makes your arm wider from here to there, you know, so not big like this, not the peak, but the width. The cable curls here works on the peak of your bicep, and easy curl works on the peak of your bicep, and because it gives you a different grip than the straight bar. Now, people who want to develop that peak at the top of their bicep, a lot of that's genetic. Like you see Arnold Schwarzenegger has that big mountain up there. That's genetic. A lot of bodybuilders don't have that. You may have it. I don't have it. I don't have big peaks. And for years I tried to get them, and then I finally found out after years of reading that it's genetic. So anyway, let me get this hammer curls, these dumbbells. You also work the forearms too. Right here, you don't want to neglect your forearms. I know a lot of times people ask me, how old am I? I'm 61. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be doing now my curls, easy curls. I mean, not the easy curls, hammer curls with the neutral grip. Here, I'll do them this way first so you can see. Now, I've noticed since I've been doing that exercise, my arms have gotten thicker. Now, that's definitely makes your arms thicker. And it's very good, it's important after you do an exercise to tense that muscle and keep it hard. Right now I did a bicep exercise, so I'm tensing my bicep. Okay, next set. Okay, next set. Whew. Okay. Whew. Whew, that was a good set. Yeah, I definitely, if you guys want big arms, I definitely recommend you stick to basic exercise like barbell curls, dumbbell curls. They seem to involve more muscles, what they call compound movements, and they involve different muscles that are stabilizing muscles. Makes you stronger when you use compound movements. I always like using dumbbells for my biceps and triceps as much as possible because you use all the other muscles around it. It just feels better if you're actually holding weight, you know? Even though it's a little bit of weight, but a lot of times people ask me how old I am. I'm 61. So, and I've been training on a consistent basis since like 82, 81 when I went to high school. So. Yeah, my arms feel pumped. Let me get this next set. All right, third set, hammer curls. Okay. Whew. That was a good set. All right, well, if you guys got anything out of my workout, do me a favor, hit subscribe and hit the notification button. That way you'll get notified when I go live. I live stream all around the world, hit different gyms in different parts of the country and the world. And I live stream here every day when I'm here in Port St. Lucie, Florida, to do my workout. I'm also a local personal trainer, so hit me up in the emails, and make sure you hit subscribe. Talk to you guys later.